Then another time they asked short stories of
major novelists. So identify all the major periods and then identify the minor works by the major writers. That is one thing that you should do. Do you know, for example, who wrote The Boy in the Bush and The Escaped Cock? It is D.H. Lawrence. The Boy in the Bush is co-authored with Molly Skinner. M.L. Skinner or Molly Skinner. Where did I get it from? I just looked at Wikipedia. So, which of the following works of D.H. Lawrence was co-authored with Molly Skinner? Can be a question in NET. And you never heard of Molly Skinner before? You don't know which. So, they want you to just study thoroughly. Right? Tell me the periods of English literature. Which is the first period of English literature? Okay, Old English period. Who are the major writers? Caedmon, Kineville, Steinwool, Venerable Bede, Aelfric, etc. From Old English period, they will not ask you works by these writers maybe. They can ask which of the following is not a work of the Caedmonian school. Like that they can ask. They have already asked, in Kinevulfian school there is the dream of the rood. What is the meaning of rood? This they asked in a very academic language. Rood means cross. Okay? So, when you are a student, you are reading about Old English period, you come across dream of the rood, you should wonder what is rood, what is it about? And then you will know rood means cross. Take the period, take all the major authors. Oh my God, I have a box to give you. I forgot to bring it. It is in the hotel. I was going to give you the map. All the authors' works, that book I already have. Now what do we do? Tomorrow we'll bring it. Tomorrow will you remind me, whoever comes to pick me up? So I have brought that book. I'll give it to you. So that you will know what to read. And you will just add more and more to it. Then they also asked some terms. What is inkhorn, for example? What is incunabulum? All old medieval and old English terms. Inkhorn terms means terms that entered English from foreign languages. How will you know this? If you read about it, you will come across all this. When you read about Old English, Middle English, etc., you will come across all this anyway. Incunabulum means books published before 1500. Incunabulum. They asked it already. What is vellum? It is paper made from animal parchment. And a parchment made from animal skin. Paper or parchment made from animal skin. Okay? All this is part of general knowledge. A person who reads extra about all this, who is genuinely interested, will come across these terms, wonder what these are. They should know these basic things. This is how they are thinking. Don't think like a student, think like a teacher. Suppose you are a teacher, shouldn't you know all the basic things? That is how they are thinking. Right? So, in this period, these terms related to publishing and printing, then some major authors and works, socio-political conditions, language, all these are the areas that they ask from. In Old English period or Middle English period, in which time was there French influence on English? Middle English period, because Middle English period began with the Norman conquest, and the Normans are French-speaking people. Did you understand? Normans speak French. That is why. Okay? So, Middle English has lots of French loan words. They already asked once, giving you some terms, which of these is a French loan word? Which of these came from French? Which of these came from Latin? Which of these came from Scandinavian languages? That kind of question also they asked. But they are not asking that every time. They are only expecting you to thoroughly know the period, basic things in the period. Did you understand? They can also ask you questions like, which of the following statements is true about Old English period? 4 statements. But like I told you just now, there will be possibilities, if you know general knowledge, there will be possibilities of inferring correctly. Okay? Again, you can use ChatGPT. You read on Old English and Middle English in Encyclopedia Britannica quickly. You have to read on your own, only then your language skills will pick up. Then you read on Wikipedia sometime. And then either you can copy paste it onto ChatGPT and say, can you give me very challenging net style statement type questions from this matter? Give me 10 statement type questions. And then you practice working it out. Copy paste it and keep it for later. Another day you should look at it and do it. Did you understand? Like that you can do. Identify questions, keep a question bank, identify the kind of questions that they will ask. For example, terms related to printing and feudalism, statement type questions, chronological arrangement. They can give you 5 authors from Old English, Middle English, everywhere and say who was when. Caedmon or Venerable Bede, who came first? Caedmon, because he is the father. After that, Kinewulf. Last only Venerable Bede. Venerable Bede or Alfred, who came first? Venerable Bede came first because his ecclesiastical history of the English race was in 8th century. Alfred was in late 9th century. We saw from the question earlier. Alfred was in 9th century. Okay? Okay, I'm to help you deal with your sleep, which is induced by our nutmeg laddu and all that. I'm going to say some statements, okay? You should tell me whether they are true or false. If it is true, what do you do? Do you remember?
You have to clap. If keep your pens and everything away. You have to clap. And if it is false, what do? You have to say boo. Sleep will run away. Okay. King Alfred was a king from the BC. It is boo. Old English entire thing is happening in AD, not BC. Basic thing you should understand. Old English is happening in AD, not BC. Okay? Right. English literature, we don't know anything about English literature in BC. It was not there. After Old English period came Roman period in Britain. I don't hear anything. Yeah, it is boo. Yeah, Roman period came before Old English period. Such basic things we should know. Then, King Arthur was an Old English Anglo-Saxon king. It is boo. He lived in the Old English period, but he was a Celtic king who fought the Saxons. He was not an Old English Anglo-Saxon king. He was a Celtic king who fought the Saxons. Celts were there at the same time with the Saxons in the Old English period. Okay? Okay. Chaucer was an early medieval writer. True or false? False! Chaucer was, you should beware of traps. This is what happens in net, I told you. How come it came here? When? When did it come? 5 minutes. I didn't see. Chaucer is a late medieval writer, not early. Chaucer is not early medieval. He is late medieval. Think clearly and identify carefully. Small trap will be there. Okay, let us take a look at these slides and then I will do net style activity. Can you move the slide for me? Okay, it began in England or the UK in the beginning of AD. There was Old English period, then Middle English period. Modern English period began with what is called Renaissance. During Renaissance, English literature got inspired by Greek and Roman classical writers. Who is the one Latin or Roman classical writer who inspired modern English? Who is the one Latin or Roman classical writer? Homer is Greek. Dante is Italian. Not Roman classical. Roman classical masters are Virgil, Horace, and Ovid. Virgil and Aeneid inspired English literature. Did you get that? Virgil is the author of Aeneid. Eventually, English literature reached countries like USA, Australia, Canada. Now it's all over the world. Okay. Next slide. Wait. England is here. Wales is here. Scotland is here. Ireland is here. Remember the map. This is part of your general knowledge. Anglo-Saxons came like this. People came like this from Europe. These places are still very Celtic. Scotland, Ireland, Wales, these are all Celtic regions. Okay, next slide, please. Can I move by myself? How? Touching. Like this, swiping. Okay, I'll move then. You don't bother. Can you name 5 facts about Old English period? This can be a statement type question. They will give you facts and ask you which of these is true. For example, Old English literature was heavily influenced by Virgil. Boo or clap? Boo. Old English literature is not influenced by Virgil. It is modern English, Renaissance onwards, that Virgil was influential. At this time, how can they don't know Virgil? Got it? Okay. Old English literature, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Old English literature was completely Christian. Okay, Old English literature was completely pagan. Whenever I say completely, you should what? Be suspicious. Don't accept it. It was a mix of pagan and Christian. Okay? It was a mix of pagan and Christian. Old English literature talked about the heroism of warriors. Clap, clap. Clap now. Old English literature involved lessons on grammar and aspects of language. Why are you unnecessarily suspecting? It is true. Some Old English literature had elements of language and grammar. Generally, if you simply, I am sitting idly, let me read about Old English period. Like that, you should make it part of your life. Then you will get more and more knowledge. Dilip Bharat sir said, our students are very hardworking, they are very earnest, they are easily passing GSET, but they are not passing NET enough. I want them to pass NET. Please come. And identify how they should improve. 1, you know a lot of things, but you don't know everything that should be part of your general knowledge. Your general knowledge has gaps. That should not be. If people who earnestly do my courses don't have this problem because everything is covered. So the people who don't completely do will be having gaps. You should read everything about everything, little, fill those gaps. That is one diagnosis. Secondly, you never realized many questions are logical. You thought everything is based on fact and all. Because G set questions or any set questions are not so highly logically, intellectually made. They are just questions put together. But net questions are more seriously made. Okay? Right? And thirdly, you need practice. You need lots of practice. There is an unbelievable number of hours that we do practice in Vallath, online, offline, everywhere. Every day, revision, 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 questions, questions. People who study really well memorize the encyclopedia, which is like so much knowledge. So that you should match because you're competing with our students. You should really revise, seriously. That is very important. Okay. Old English script. This is also from, I'm not talking all about net, some good questions from set exams also. Old English script, what is it called? This was a question. Runic script, like stickmen. Runic. Old English script is called runic script. RUNIC. Runes, they are called. Runes. Okay, got it? Can we go to the next slide? Oh, LML. What should I do? Why did you remove everything? Oh, enabled touch screen. Beowulf. I don't think they will ask this question in net, but this kind of thinking you need. Can you compare this to any other work? Paradise Lost, yes. Why? Why do you compare? Okay. Beowulf is an epic. Paradise Lost is also an epic. They can say, if you think like this, identify the wrong statement about Beowulf. Things like that you will be able to get. Instead of just mugging up facts. Okay? Both have a central heroic character. Both are based on epic scale events showing, if I say that Beowulf shows the greatness of, the humanistic greatness of the hero, am I right or wrong? It is slightly wrong because it is not humanistic. This man is heroic, yes, but he is not completely powerful over everybody else. He is also dying. He is also losing his life. It is not humanistic. Did you understand? Beowulf is heroic, but humanism came after Old English period. The character Beowulf is not humanistic. Humanism came in which period? Is it Reformation or Renaissance or Restoration? Renaissance. Humanism came in the Renaissance period. Is Renaissance a French term, Latin term, or a German term? French. Renaissance is a French term. Renaissance means what? Rebirth. Is Renaissance simultaneous with Reformation? Did Renaissance happen at the same time as Reformation? That is the meaning. Yes. Yes. Simultaneous with means came at the same time. Okay? Right. Beowulf is prescribed in universities these days. Okay, so details could be important. As I will show you later tomorrow, 4 characters from Beowulf, who they are. Description of the character. Like that a question can come. All right, but it will not be a very challenging question for sure. There will be some easy ways of getting it also. Okay, right. Can I see the next slide? Yeah. Middle English period. How is the Middle English period? So what I'm putting here are all analytical questions. They are not fact-based. Why? That's why I'm putting it there. How is Middle English period different from the modern? In the Middle English period, was there the importance of the church? Which period had importance of the church? Middle or modern? Middle. Importance given to church is in Middle English period. French influence, middle or modern? Middle. French influence. Middle. Okay. Um, rebirth of classical learning, middle or modern? No, modern. Rebirth of classical learning means Renaissance. It happened at the beginning of modern English period. Did you understand? Uh, is there a difference between Middle English and medieval period? Slight difference is there. Medieval is in Europe. Medieval period included Old English and Middle English. Medieval period included. So I'm trying to show that when you study, you should have these fine lines. You should understand these minute things clearly. That is important. That is the meaning of studying thoroughly. Okay, it is not enough to know something here and there. It is not enough to have BA level knowledge. You should have a little more filling the gaps. Clear? Which is possible if you study by yourself also. But you have to do it consistently. It's easier with us. It is more challenging if you do it alone. But if you do it alone, it might take a little time, but you will have thorough knowledge because you did it alone. Both has its pros and cons. Right. In the Middle English period or modern English period, in which period is there individualism? Modern. The individual is important. Individual becomes important in the modern period. Which period was inaugurated by printing? The technology of printing. Modern. Renaissance and technology of printing coincided. But he is at the end of the Middle English period, right? Gutenberg inaugurated Renaissance by inventing printing at the end of the Middle English period. Okay, Middle English period is not defined by printing. It is Renaissance, and modern period that is defined by printing. Are you getting me? Clearly? Right. In which of these periods is defined by the Crusades? Middle. Religious wars called the Crusades happened in the Middle English period. Got it? Okay. Then Hamlet. Hamlet shows the importance of the education on the individual. He is the thinking individual. That is why he's thinking and overthinking. What aspect is it? Medieval or modern? Modern. Modern. Medieval period gave priority to God, while modern period gave priority to the human. Clear now? So many things like this, you should read on your own. Feudalism is there in medieval or modern period? Medieval, Middle English. Feudalism means zamindari system. Landlords are there. They have serfs under them. Free peasants are there. Below that serfs, below that slaves. Got it? That is the medieval period or feudalistic period. Okay, next please. Before we come to Renaissance, who are the contemporaries of Chaucer? William Langland, John Gower. Correct. John Wycliffe. William Langland, John Gower, and John Wycliffe. Can I sit for a minute? Renaissance. Don't sleep. I'll get up now. Because of traveling for when I went to VIT Vellore, I traveled 3 hours from Chennai by car, and then same day I traveled 3 hours back. Yesterday also I traveled 3 hours from Ahmedabad to here by car. Ayyo, and they were racing to take me on time. All the time. My body is feeling a little weak because of that. Little bit of nutmeg laddu also is there, but still. Okay, Renaissance. Name 5 things that began at this time. I'm just giving you a critical question, analytical question, thought-provoking question. You should also ask ChatGPT to give you thought-provoking questions and think along those lines. Have a lot of fun studying. Then you will be able to get more and more net-like knowledge. Give me 5 things that began in Renaissance.
Reformation of church.
Reformation of church, then. Theater, okay, drama. Regular drama, then.
Elizabethan period was a golden period of.
No, 5 things that began. 5 things that printing. Okay, then humanism. Then
Sonnets.
sonnet is correct. Sonneteering in England. Before that, Dante was the first practitioner of sonnets. You know, in net, we thought Dante was the first, but they asked a question in net 1 or 2 exams previously. Who is the very first practitioner of sonnets? 4 Latin names, nobody knew.
Not Petrarch.
Petrarch perfected the sonnet. Before that, Dante wrote a lot of sonnets for Beatrice. But the very first practitioner of sonnets is Giacomo di Lentini. They asked, it's a net question. And where is it? I thought, why did they ask this question? Because it's there in Wikipedia. You read Wikipedia, you get it. It's there. Well, at least read Wikipedia. This is what they're thinking. Okay. Don't think question paper setters are making questions from Wikipedia. It's like, okay, whoever you are, wherever you are, at least you can read Wikipedia. Giacomo di Lentini. Will you read Wikipedia, please?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what is this picture? Creation of Adam. Creation of Adam. They might ask you sometimes one question based on paintings. Raphael painted Creation of Adam. School of Athens is a painting by Michelangelo. Madonna is a painting by Da Vinci. As students of English literature, you should know a brief history of art. Some of you might have encyclopedia. It is there. You should know history of art. You should know major things about movies, history of movies. You should know who are the major music composers, directors. These are all, because this time there was a question on film studies. So they can ask. It is possible because this is all part of MA in various universities. Which, if you decide to study, you can study. Who are the major theorists in film studies? Give me take a look at the syllabi. Look up those work, those theorists given there, etc. You know, you are not small children. We are higher education. We are in higher education. And higher education is based on our own research. It is based on our own reading. It can't be just somebody's notes. Got it? So if you do like 10-15 minutes every day, make a plan. Every day you read a little more, you can do it. It is not difficult. Okay. Now, In the Renaissance period, I'm going to tell you the names of some writers. You tell me whether they are Renaissance writers or not. Will you? John Milton. You can't say no because he is one of the last Renaissance writers. He is a Renaissance writer, one of the last, we can say. Thomas Wyatt, W-Y-A-T-T. Yes, he introduced sonnet. Am I boring you?
No.
I'm trying my best. Wyatt. Then Robert Southey.
No. Romantic was romantic.
He is in the Romantic period. Very good. Dryden. Then another time they asked the short stories of
Major novelists.
Then
So, identify
Giacomo di Lentini. Yes. Richard Wagner. No, he was a 19th century composer, not Renaissance.
He wrote operas.
Operas, correct. Sandra Botticelli. They are very famous painters. Who among the following is not a Renaissance figure? They can say Botticelli there. Boitticielli. Okay. Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Raphael, Andrea del Sarto, Botticelli, then Rembrandt is later. Okay, those are major figures. One day they will ask. Don't be surprised. Okay? Right. Next slide, please. Is Shakespeare a Renaissance figure? Yes. Why is he important? They can ask a question like that. Is it because wait, I'll give you some options. Is it because he introduced new meters and genres in English? Is it, no, wait, listen to me first. Is it because he introduced new meters and genres in English? Is it because he introduced new words in English? Is it because he presented human experience in an enduring manner? Is it because he pioneered a new age in poetry? He did not introduce any meters and genres. Why is he important? It is C, not all. Because he introduced words, you can't say that's why he is important. That's a gross reduction of Shakespeare. He did not introduce meters and genres. He wrote in blank verse predominantly, which was a genre introduced by, don't sleep please. No. Blank verse was introduced by Surrey in non-dramatic poetry. Earl of Surrey introduced blank verse. Henry Howard, Earl of Surrey, introduced blank verse in non-dramatic poetry. In drama, it was introduced in Gorboduc. What did Chaucer introduce? Heroic couplet. What is the difference between heroic couplet and blank verse? They can ask you like this. Correct. Same. Both are iambic pentameter. But heroic couplet has rhyming in pairs. Blank verse does not have rhyme. So if you understand clearly only, sometimes you can answer. These are things that you cannot learn from Google. Why is Shakespeare important, for example? It is something that comes from your understanding. To say that Shakespeare is not important because he coined words, but because he represented human experience in a certain way, is not something you can mug up or find in Google. Isn't it? They ask a lot of questions like that. They can ask you quotations from texts. You should know in detail how does Tempest begin, what happens there, what is the major movement in Tempest, what are the major moments in Tempest, what are the biggest conflicts in Tempest, what are the major speeches in Tempest. Because of your passion and interest, if you read all the major works, only some major works. Tempest very important among the comedies. Maybe As You Like It, 12th Night, Midsummer Night's Dream. They ask from all this. Tragedies, major four tragedies. Maybe also Julius Caesar. Only that much, not more. They won't ask from any other play very in-depth questions. Fact-based questions can be there. Which of the following is not a tragedy? Which of the following is not a tragicomedy? That can come. Did you understand? So, if you have a timetable and if you decide, okay, for the next 5 days I'm going to study Shakespeare, what are the major things that happen in these plays? Who are the characters? What are they doing? What are the conflicts? What are the best moments in the tragedies? Like that, if you explore, you will be able to at least guess in the exam. Right? You should know from a critical perspective. And they can ask, what did some critics say about, who said this about Shakespeare? I don't know if you can logically answer that question every time. Sometimes you can. There are many Shakespearean critics. Do you know who wrote The Wheel of Fire? I'm talking about Shakespearean critics. Wheel of Fire is by Wilson Knight. Okay. Was Wordsworth or Coleridge a Shakespearean critic? Coleridge. Correct. Who wrote about Shakespeare's imagery and what it tells us? Who wrote that book? She was the first woman professor in the English world, Caroline Spurgeon. Caroline Spurgeon. Okay? Are you interested in let's say 1 month online course, which I will do only for you, not with everyone, where I give you overview, we do revision, and then give you videos. You are interested? Yes. Because 6-month course is heavy and more pricey. If I make a 1 month course for you, I can give it for less price. You're interested? Yes. It's not free. I can't do that for 1 month free. Because I need other people, and every batch I teach is taking like a few months at least out of my life. Okay? I can't do it totally free, sorry. You thought it's free, I'm sorry. Because when I said something about money and you felt, I saw your enthusiasm falling, sorry. Because I can see that you need more basic knowledge. I can't do all that in 2 days. Special evening batch. Huh? I want to show Dilip Barrett sir that we can do it. Let me ask my team and I'll get back to you tomorrow. Right. So what was he saying? Critics. Shakespeare critics. Okay, next. Same I could have asked for VIT. Okay. VIT I went the day before yesterday. If some people from there also are there with you, does it a problem? Is it a problem for you?
No.
Because they also were eager, but I didn't get this idea then. Now I can ask them if we are starting. Okay. Uh, 17th century. Do you know 5 amazing writers and their works from the 17th century?
Metaphysical poets.
No, Wordsworth and Coleridge, not 17th century. 17th century means beginning with 16.
Jordan and his metaphysical poetry.
Wordsworth, Coleridge were born at the end of the 18th century.
John Donne and his metaphysical poems.
Okay, John Donne and metaphysical poets.
Milton and Paradise.
Milton. Okay.
Robert Harry.
Yeah, they are metaphysical poets. John Donne and metaphysical poets. Then Milton. Then Dryden. Because 17th century has three major parts. Four in fact. First Jacobean period. Then Caroline period. Civil War and Puritan period. Restoration period. Are you? Pay attention. Pay attention. You didn't laugh this time. You, you are sleepy, eh? Otherwise, you are the first one to laugh. I caught you, you are sleepy.
I was nobody and lower level.
She thought nobody will laugh, and that's why she didn't laugh. Okay. So, Jacobean period, then Caroline period means period of Charles, period of James, period of Charles. Then after that, Puritan period, Civil War and Puritan period. Then Oliver Cromwell and all. Then Restoration. So 4 periods are there in 17th century. Okay, I'm going to tell you some writers. You tell me if they are 17th century writers. Walter Scott. No. Walter Scott, like Wordsworth and Coleridge, was born in 18th century and lived in 19th century. Samuel Butler. Yes. Samuel Butler, 2 are there. One Samuel Butler wrote Hudibras. That man is in 17th century. Another Samuel Butler is there who wrote The Way of All Flesh and Erewhon. That Samuel Butler is Victorian. Okay, 17th century writers. John Galsworthy. No, he is 20th century. John Galsworthy, Arnold Bennett, these are 20th century writers. See, questions based on British literary history. Surely some questions will be there. Those are the easy questions you should definitely get. You can't afford to lose on that. We need to do literary history thoroughly. And also concepts and others, and also American, Indian, all these have literary histories. Who came first, who came next, and all that. That should be clear. Only then, sure, easy questions you will get. Right? As I ask you, I'm also diagnosing your weak areas so that I can help you with it. It is not a crime not to know literary history. You are some of the best students I have come across. There are so many people in this country who don't know anything. It's sad. I mean, people with English literature, education. It's sad. No, when we study a subject, we should know at least the basic things, and we should not cut sorry figures. It is my mission to help people in my discipline to get there. Otherwise, it's sad. I mean, when I go to other universities, foreign universities abroad and all, there are also people like they're like us there who are have knowledge but in general their standard is so high. In general, they're all articulate speakers. They do this, they produce things. They are nowhere near. We are nowhere near them. In general, even though some students might be struggling. Yeah. So let us get it right. That itself will help you. And then we'll do exam style practice, like I told you. I'm talking about this 1 month. I'm planning aloud. Right. Okay. Some of the classes I will give you along with 6 months batch because this exam practice and all will go together. Even though I say 1 month of classes and then some support till the exam. No class for entire 6 months. We will cover all the basics and we'll give you study plan. Study this much, we'll give you test based on that. Study this much, we'll give you test based on that. Like that will go. What do you say? Right. Back to 17th century. In the 17th century, there were satires written. In which period? 17th century. Neoclassical is 18th. Restoration. Restoration, correct. 17th century restoration period. Dryden wrote satires. Dryden wrote satires. Are you paying attention?
We are recording.
Oops. My beating him meant coming and beating. I'm thinking. Okay. So Dryden wrote satires. I will tell you some names. Tell me if they are satires or not. Names, name, titles. The medal.
Yes.
Medal is satire. Then Astrea Redux. This is how it is. They will ask you books that you don't know. No, it is by Dryden. It is not a satire. It is about the reign of, this Charles II. MacFlecknoe.
Yes. Yes.
Absalom and Achitophel. Alexander's Feast. Alexander's Feast is a Pindaric ode by Dryden. It's a Pindaric ode. It's not a satire. Okay? Then, Aurangzeb.
It's not said.
Now, Dryden wrote the play Aurangzeb. Okay? Our Mughal emperor. He wrote Aurangzeb. Okay. Next slide, please. Wait. Okay, 18th century. America got independence in 17th century or 18th century? 18th century. French Revolution happened in 17th century or 18th century? End of the 18th. 1789 means end of the 18th. Okay? If you lived at that time, what are 5 things you would do differently? If you lived at that time, I will ask you, Will you wear wigs or everybody wore wigs in the 18th century? Today people wear wigs and hair extensions, but not like this. Okay. If you were in the 18th century, will you wear frock coats? Yes, there you go. Now you won't, maybe. If you were in the 18th century, will you sleep till noon and take part in parties all night? Yes.
Name of the love is all about it.
Rape of the lock is all about that. If you were in the 18th century, uh, will you? Will there be East India Company?
Yes, yes. It was established in 1600.
East India Company was established at the beginning of the 17th century. 18th century, it will be there. If you were in the 18th century, will you be living in a society with slavery? Yes. Slavery was removed only in the 19th century. Right? Okay. If you were living in the 18th century, will you be driving cars? When were cars invented? I don't know. Cars?
End of the 19th century.
Only 19th century. People were traveling in carts and carriages. Cart and carriages. In 18th century, if you were in the 18th century, will you travel in an aeroplane? No. Socio-political events are important in the exam. Socio-political events are important. Okay? Right. Can you name 18th century writers? First half is neoclassical period or Augustan period. Second half is romantic revival. Yes. Who are the neoclassical writers? Alexander Pope, Jonathan Swift, Samuel Johnson,
Samuel Richardson.
Samuel Richardson. Okay, let me ask you. Alexander Pope or Dr. Johnson? Who lived first? Who came first? Pope. Jonathan Swift or Dr. Johnson? Who came first? No, Dr. Johnson is one of the last. Dr. Johnson. No, if you make mistakes, you'll remember easily. Yeah. No, don't worry. It's okay. Dr. Johnson was one of the last. Listen, Alexander Pope was born in 1688. Who was born in 1689? I'll pay attention. Samuel Richardson. You should cross-connect and study like that. Alexander Pope, 1688 born. Samuel Richardson, 1689. Did you understand? Did Jonathan's... Wait. Jonathan Swift was born before that. I made a mistake. Jonathan Swift, when was he born? he was born in the year of Paradise Lost. 1667. 1667. Jonathan Swift was born. Daniel Defoe was born in 1660. 1660, year of restoration. Did you understand? It is very important to distinguish all these things. They will ask. Something here and there, half-baked knowledge they don't want. Pakka perfect knowledge of all the major things. right? Dr. Johnson was born only in 1709. 1709 to 1784, Dr. Johnson. 1667 to 1745, Swift. Will you remember like that? When they ask chronology, they mean that you should know clearly, distinguish who came first, who came last, like that perfectly you should understand. And you should also understand when something was published. Which famous work was published in 1719? Robinson Crusoe. Robinson Crusoe. Okay? What was published in 1740? Pamela. Pamela. Right? Am I boring you? Sure? If you appreciate the way the class is going, give me a big hand. It was a trick to wake up your brain. Your brain is like, what? Thank you, guys. Whatever I teach and whatever I do is 100% because of the appreciation and enthusiasm of the people on that side. And I have never felt anything other than 150% of enthusiasm here. You are amazing, even though some of you work out like this. Right. Can we see the next slide? Name 5 texts you would recommend reading from the age. 19th century means first Romantic period, then Victorian period. Did okay, Pride and Prejudice. Was lyrical ballads published in the 19th century? End of 18th century, correct. 1798. Correct, 1798. I will tell you 2 works. You should tell me which came first. Pride and Prejudice, Oliver Twist. Pride and Prejudice, 1813. Which is the first book published by Jane Austen? Sense and Sensibility, 1811. Then came Pride and Prejudice, 1813. Then came Emma, 1814. Then came Mansfield Park, 1816. And then came 1818. Which 2 works?
Northanger and Persuasion.
Northanger Abbey and Persuasion. Wow, you're scholars in Jane Austen. Now, tell me, when was Oliver Twist published? 1837. 1836, Pickwick Papers. 37, Oliver Twist. 38, they were serially published. 1838, Nicholas Nickleby. Study in that order. Okay. Charles Dickens and another writer was born in the same year. Were born in the same year. Which other writer? You should never say Thomas Hardy. Because when you study, you should study like Charles Dickens was born in 1812. Imagine immediately that year, that century, beginning Charles Dickens. Thomas Hardy is born in 1840. 1809. It is because you're not visualizing that you don't remember. You have to visualize it. 1809, Tennyson. See in your head. 1811, Sense and Sensibility. 1812, Charles Dickens and Robert Browning were born. Are you aware that at Vallath we have a super amazing chronology book? Do you have it? You should have it and use it. Not because they will ask chronology questions, but because understanding what happened when is very basic to your understanding of the subject. And not even because you will be professors after this or anything, but if you know your subject, you have spent so many years of your life studying a subject. If you know that thoroughly only, you can do anything with it. Otherwise, you're just wasting your life. Don't be mediocre in it. You should be excellent in it. Imagine a teacher who is cross-connecting that year, here, everything happened. Oh, how brilliant. You will be so effective in your teaching, in your writing. You know, when I told you I once went to the US. I told you just now in the morning. Didn't I tell you? They were all speaking and I couldn't understand and all. But I knew one thing. There were like 150 people in that conference. And in many occasions, I asked them questions and I said what I knew and all that. They didn't like it. Because they were all speaking theoretically, playing with language. My understanding was based on hardcore facts. Because of my teaching. I could, from any period, I could talk about anything beginning with, cause, effect, consequence, movements. When we had discussions, all these things came in. And they didn't like it because it must have looked like I'm showing off, but I was only doing what I was used to. I felt so confident because I told them the Victorian dress reform movement was there, and that was after this, before that, this happened. I kind of cross-connected, and I was giving
Many lectures. And most of the time, this happened when I went to Oxford also. Most of the time they said, oh really, we never knew about it. There was a professor who was talking about clothing. Talking about clothing. She should obviously know about Victorian dress reform movement. That was a turning point, but she's saying she never heard about it. But she was theoretically speaking in mind-blowing language. What is the use? You need to know facts also. You need to know history. Clearly, I knew more than them when it came to facts. And its application in certain contexts. It means a lot when you know that much and apply. You will have so many things to do with the facts, meaningful things. Right? And if you don't know them here, if it is there in Google, it's not enough. If you don't know them here, you don't know how to connect them. It's important you know correctly. Our learning is in many ways better than theirs. Because we have the foundation, maybe nothing on top of the foundation, but we have the foundation. We should have clearly. They have mansions, but without foundation. Got it? Yeah. So, 1809, Tennyson, that was 100 years after Johnson. Johnson, 1709. Tennyson, 1809. Did you know? In the same year, 1809, Henry de Rozier was born, Charles Darwin was born, so many people were born. After that, 1812, Charles Dickens and Browning. Okay, 1812. Exactly 10 years after that, 1822, who was born? Matthew Arnold. 1822 to 88. You should look at the encyclopedia. You have it in your library. I can see the advantage of having your own copy and reading it every day. Understand the importance of this, because this is the bedrock of net. Okay? Then, 1840 only, Thomas Hardy. So he is young. When you study, remember like that. In the neoclassical period, everybody was born in 16 something. Only Dr. Johnson was born in 1709. Okay? Right. Tell me, who are the Victorian poets? Poets. This happened in the exam also. Similar thing happened. Yeah, Tennyson, Browning, Elizabeth Barrett Browning, Arnold. George Eliot, yes, wrote some poetry, but she was a novelist. Anybody else? Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood. D.G. Rossetti, Christina Rossetti, William Holman Hunt. Okay. Who are the Victorian dramatists? In the Victorian period, who wrote drama? Browning wrote drama, correct. Oscar Wilde, correct. G.B. Shaw. G.B. Shaw. Harold Pinter is middle of 20th century. Middle of 20th century. Okay? So who are the Victorian novelists? I'll ask you, the book, you tell me the author. Middlemarch. George Eliot. Diana of the Crossways. Diana of the Crossways. George Meredith. George Meredith. Remember, they will not just ask major writers. They will ask minor. He is not minor actually. What about the odd women? George Gissing. Okay, we have a lot of fun codes at Vallath. Our students remember everything because of my dancing, rapping, and I make songs. I make interesting connections, and people remember everything. Our code for this is odd women are odd, so they are not kissing but gissing. Odd women, na? So George Gissing. For the sonneteers of the 16th century, I have a code. I made a song and everybody knows it. In Vital, one of my online students was there and he was singing it for me. This is the song. Danielia, Constabayana, Gail Cisia, Drayton Idea. Danielia means Samuel Daniel wrote Delia. Constabayana means Henry Constable wrote Diana. Giles Cisia means Giles Fletcher wrote Lycia. Drayton Idea, Drayton wrote Idea. Michael Drayton wrote Idea or Idea's Mirror. Danielia, Constabayana, Giles Cisia, Drayton Idea. And singing this song, somebody is crying. Watson, why are you crying? That is the second part of the code. That means Thomas Watson wrote Tears of Fancy. Watson, why are you crying? Sing the song. So, Thomas Watson wrote Tears of Fancy. We have an excellent code for Kit Kat Club of the 18th century. Can I draw on the screen? How? Freeze. Yeah, I will draw. wall. Wall. One boy is standing here. One son is standing there against the wall. And he is crying. Tears. So, wall means wall pole. Kit Kat Club, okay? Wall means wall pole. This is Taunson. James Taunson. Members of Kit Kat Club. Then, grieving. He's crying, na? Grieving, can't grieve. And how is he crying? Vanbrugh. Walpole, Congreve, Taunson, Vanbrugh. And then why is he crying? You have to know one word in Malayalam, only then I can tell you code. That word is Adi. Adi means beating. I will give you one Adi. Adi means? Marpeat. So Adi is Addison. Somebody beat him, that is why he is crying. And how was he beaten? With a steel rod. And so what do? We give him one Kit Kat. So this is Kit Kat Club. Okay. No one. Erase. Now what do I do? Close. Freezing over. So I am showing you that you should use all such techniques and you'll never forget. Because they might ask, they already ask. Identify the member who is not in the Kit Kat Club, etc. They will ask. So use such ideas and you will easily remember everything. Clear? Right. Then 19th century, coming back there, we were talking about the novelists of the 19th century. Novelists of the 19th century. Tell me, I'll tell you some characters. You tell me, where do you have this character? Noah Claypole and Charlotte. In the same book, we have Bill Sykes. We have Artful Dodger. Same book. Oliver Twist. Oliver Twist is prescribed in universities. You should know. Story and all. Okay? Will you? Then, Angel Clare. Alec d'Urberville. Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Correct. Tess of the D'Urbervilles. By Thomas Hardy. Bathsheba Everdeen. Far from the madding crowd. Michael Henchard. Correct. Then James Steerforth, Tommy Traddles, Uriah Heep. David Copperfield. Abel Magwitch. Estella. Miss Havisham. Great expectations. It is not enough if you know some major works. You should know all major works and even titles of minor works. Right? That is indeed a gap. Because you know only based on your university syllabus, NET is based on every university syllabus. That is the problem. Right. At the end of the 19th century, what is the movement that came against Matthew Arnold and John Ruskin? Art for art's sake movement. Your time has changed, I think. Now everything is right. Maybe you are an expert of 19th century onwards.
I skipped the old English literature, that's why I'm very bad at that. So now I will read again.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
That's the spirit.
Okay, art for art's sake movement or aesthetic movement. I will tell you the names of some people. Are they in that movement or not? Walter Pater. Yes. Aesthetic movement. Thomas Carlyle. No. Thomas Carlyle, no. Then Joseph Conrad. Very good. Was Joseph Conrad British? He was originally Polish. He went and lived in Britain. His original name is Joseph Korzeniowski. Okay? Joseph Korzeniowski. Next. 20th century. Okay, what are the major developments in the 20th century in the correct chronological order? Oi, ma. I will tell you, you tell me, I will tell you 2. If it is wrong, you tell me. Edwardian period, Georgian period. No, if it is wrong, you tell me. You think, no, it is correct. Edwardian period first, then Georgian period. First World War, modernism. Correct, Anna? It's true. Edwardian, Georgian. Georgian period is also the period of First World War. Similar. And then modernist. 1920s. Then Orden group. And late modernist. Then new apocalypse. That is 1940s. That is Dylan Thomas. 1940s. Then we have movement
Poetry. At the same time, Angry Young Man. Movement poetry and Angry Young Man. That is 1950s. Okay. Then we have, that is before this. It started at this time. It started in the 19th century. Then we have postmodern. In a broad way, if you say postmodern. After this, movements are not there very much. Okay, so this is the order. Okay, I will say the name of the author. You tell me which movement here. Will you do that?
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Maximum. Dun, dun. Okay. Siegfried Sassoon.
Yes.
Correct.
More poetry.
War poetry. Okay. Then Walter de la Mare. Joseph Conrad. Pre-modernist. Not a full modernist. Joseph Conrad, H.G. Wells, John Galsworthy, Arnold Bennett, E.M. Foster, all are Edwardian, also living till modernist. Okay. Virginia Woolf, modernist. Stephen Spender, Arden Group. Arden Group is Stephen Spender. Then we have Julian Barnes, Kingsley Amis, Kingsley Amis. Movement and Angry Young Man. Yeah. Dylan Thomas. People at the back. New Apocalypse. Correct. Dylan Thomas is New Apocalypse. Graham Greene. Late modernist. Late modernist. John Wayne. John Wayne. W-A-I-N. What is the time? 4? John Wayne is Angry Young Man. John Osborne, John Wayne, John Brain, Kingsley Amis. Am I boring you? My back is really slightly paining. Not that much. That is why I am sitting down. After the class, I really want to go and lie down a little bit, okay? Because tomorrow also I have to do, na? Okay. Then I'm going to tell you some works. Which period you should say? Kangaroo. Correct. Kangaroo is by D.S. Lawrence. D.S. Lawrence wrote a book, novel, based on, set in Australia. It is called Kangaroo. Got it? Deaths and Entrances. That is the most famous poetry collection of Dylan Thomas. So, Deaths and Entrances. New Apocalypse. Most famous poetry collection of Dylan Thomas. Okay? Then, Wits and Weddings. Nahi. Wits and Weddings is by Philip Larkin. Movement. Philip Larkin, Movement. Wits and Weddings. Church Going. These are by Philip Larkin. Then, Shield of Achilles. Auden. W.H. Auden. W.H. Auden wrote a poem about the partition of India and Pakistan. Which is that poem?
The bloody line.
Radcliffe Line it is about. It is called partition. Title is partition. It's about the Radcliffe Line. It's about that man Radcliffe who made the line. I don't know bloody line. Why did you say that?
The red line.
No, I mean, poem is not that.
It is based on that. So I remember the context.
Good. Then, Strange Meeting. It is a very famous poem by Wilfred Owen. World War poet. The Autobiography of a Super Tramp. It is by W.H. Davies, Georgian poet. W.H. Davies. Is it tough? No, these days you should know little more about these books. Not only title. Yeah? Filippo Marinetti. Always for unnecessary reasons you were saying avant-garde. Now you won't say it. Filippo Marinetti wrote Futurist Manifesto, avant-garde. Jean Morias wrote Symbolist Manifesto. Filippo Marinetti wrote Futurist Manifesto. Symbolist Manifesto. Jean Morias, M-O-R-E-A-S. Arthur Simmons also wrote Symbolist Movement in Literature. One book. Arthur Simmons. S-Y-M-O-N-S. Just basic general knowledge things I'm telling you. Okay. What are the major developments in 20th century in the correct chronological order? Okay. 1954 was the year in which two books were published. Which two books? Okay. I will ask you, you find out. I will give you options. Waiting for Godot? No. 1954 I'm asking. It came later. Lord of the Rings. Sorry, Lord of the Flies. Lucky Jim. Yes. Kingsley Amis's Lucky Jim also 1954. Golden Notebook by Doris Lessing. No. That is 1960s. During the sexual revolution or feminism. In America and England, it was very famous as the period of sexual revolution, where women became liberated. 1960s. Golden Notebook by Doris Lessing is an iconic work of the 1960s. Clear? Okay. Then, who wrote Top Girls, Cloud9? Is it Carol Ann Duffy or Carol Churchill? Carol Churchill. Top Girls. Who wrote Nights at the Circus, Magic Toy Shop? Nights at the Circus, Magic Toy Shop. Is it Doris Lessing or Angela Carter? Angela Carter. Angela Carter. Are you getting me? Remembering?
Yes.
Tomorrow when I give you that book, you will be amazed because all this is given in correct order there. That plus 1 month classes plus study with videos and everything. Then our quizzes and exam style practice plus your dedicated effort will surely help many of you pass. We can't wait like this forever, studying in the wrong way, not enough. No. Please try your best. I'm going to tell Dilip Bharat sir, at least 10 people will pass. I wish I would say all will pass, but by mathematical permutation combination, I know that if so many people study, only 10 people will pass because you will not have that dedication. I can't help it. It's human nature. Otherwise, he should motivate you from here. I can't be here now. What do you say? Is there a next slide? No, finished. Present moment. Name 5 popular authors you have not read. British. Harold Pinter, what did he write? Birthday party. Then the waiter. The dumb waiter. The birthday party, the dumb waiter, the caretaker. Did he belong to absurd movement? Yes. Yes. Which contemporary playwright wrote India Inc. based on Gandhi's Dandi March? That man also wrote Travesties, Hapgood, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. Tom Stoppard. Correct. Tom Stoppard. Huh? It is certainly your mistake. See, people all over India, wherever I go, almost everybody has encyclopedia. I think most people here don't have encyclopedia. But are you studying it?
Yes, but I have not studied thoroughly. That's why I'm taking some minor works.
Most people have, they are not studying.
How many of you have our encyclopedias? Oh, many people have. Not all, many have. When it comes with class, when it comes with class, you will know how to use it and you'll be motivated. Don't worry. You can't wait even more. Right now also, net is important. If you wait more and more and more, things will change. You should pass immediately. This time is your time. If you are with me, we'll do it. Carpe diem. Make hay while the sun shines. So, other writers. There are codes for many of these writers that we have. That I will tell you in the class, okay? Too much now. Every day, everything can be done in one day. Who wrote The Pope's Wedding, Bingo? Bingo has Shakespeare as character. The Bundle, you know. He wrote Saved. He used violence in his works a lot. Edward Bond. Have you heard of Edward Bond? Edward Bond. He's a playwright again. Do you know who wrote Flaubert's Parrot? The Sense of an Ending? Julian Barnes. The Sense of an Ending is his Booker Prize winning novel. Who got Booker Prize for Amsterdam? He also wrote Atonement, Saturday. I met him in the UK, in London, in a function. Ian McEwan, IAN, he is the most important British writer today. IAN MCEWAN, Ian McEwan.
Oh, yes.
कैसे pronounce करते हैं? Ian McEwan.
Just letting go.
Ian, IAN. Then MC, same word, capital EWAN. Do you know who wrote Under the Net, The Bell? Under the Net, The Bell, The Black Prince. The Bell Jar is by Sylvia Plath. Under the Net, The Bell, Sandcastle, The Black Prince, Iris Murdoch. Iris Murdoch. Very philosophical, important writer. Okay? In after this batch, after that course and all, when you people pass, I will come from there with gifts. We'll celebrate it here. I'm talking about you. You will pass. And we'll celebrate it big time. I'm with you if you're ready to work and try your best. Wonderful. Yeah. Those who, you know one thing about Vallath courses? Not all course, net course, main. One thing when you clear, not only if you are in the course, whoever, even if when 1,000 students cleared in 3 exams of ours, all of them will send a book as a gift. And those who study when they with us, when they get JRF, we return their complete tuition fees. There was one girl, once there was an offline 1-year batch. In that batch, I returned 45,000 to the students who got JRF. Isn't that great? Yeah. So, have you heard of The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie? It is a famous novel by Muriel Spark. Muriel Spark. Muriel Spark, famous work is The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie. She has written many. When in our classes we study entire list of works of these writers in the correct order, memorize using codes and fun games. We can do that. What?
Senior was there in Kerala to study and Offline.
Yes.
Army. Oh, I know. Ami Sujitra.
She cleared her children.
Did you tell her I've come? I forgot to tell her. She's not in Bhavnagar, right? Surat. Is it very far? I have more Gujarat students. I don't remember. Some are there. Let me tell you some movements. If they are not British movements, you let me know. Will you? Kalyani School of Poetry. It is Scottish, yes. So British. Scottish. They asked in previous net. Kalyani School. Confessional poetry. No. Confessional poetry is American. I will drink after all. Confessional poetry is American. Who are the writers of Confessional School? Sylvia Plath, Robert Lovell, Anne Sexton, Adrian Rich. Kamala Das is Indian confessional. Then, yeah, John Berryman, a minor writer among confessional poets. Then, what shall I ask? Everything is related to place. Then you will get. Um, cyberpunk fiction. Cyberpunk. It is mostly American. Cyberpunk is mostly American. All right, then. Who is the first LGBT poet laureate? What did you say? Come on, tell. First LGBT poet laureate. Carol Ann Duffy. Carol Ann Duffy. Okay, who is the poet laureate now? Simon, listen. Simon Armitage. Simon Armitage. Okay, I'm going to tell you the names of some poets. Tell me if they were poets laureate or not. Ted Hughes, Yes. Philip Larkin. No. Correct. Then John Masefield. Yes. He was poet laureate in the Georgian period. John Masefield. Andrew Motion. Andrew Motion. Yes. After Ted Hughes, it was Andrew Motion. Simon Armitage is contemporary. Till 2029, I think he will be. Right. Then Robert Frost. No, he is not British. He's American. He was the poet, national poet of America. Very good. Uh, who are the American romantics? You know the British romantics. Ralph Waldo Emerson. People of transcendentalism. Who are they? Ralph Waldo Emerson. Henry David Thoreau. Walt Whitman. There is a woman. Margaret Fuller. Is it? I think I need that mic. Bring me that mic. Yeah.
Yeah, Maya Angelou is a poet. American. Was Emily Dickinson a romantic? Was Emily Dickinson a romantic? Yes. Emily Dickinson was a romantic. Was Nathaniel Hawthorne a romantic? Yes. Nathaniel Hawthorne, Herman Melville, Edgar Allan Poe. What are they called? Dark romantics. Dark romantics. Some gothic elements, especially Edgar Allan Poe. Yes. Did Rudyard Kipling write short stories? Yes. Did Somerset Maugham write short stories? Yes. Did Nathaniel Hawthorne write short stories? Lots, yes. One famous short story by Nathaniel Hawthorne is Young Goodman Brown. Young Goodman Brown. It is based on Salem witch trials. Salem witch trials. Okay? Very good. Who wrote Tales of Grotesque and Arabesque? Edgar Allan Poe only. Tales of the Grotesque and Arabesque. Okay, was William Faulkner a modernist? Yes, William Faulkner was a modernist. Did William Faulkner write The Sound and the Fury? The Sound and the Fury is by William Faulkner, correct. Which British woman writer wrote about Anna Woolf, a novelist trying to write a novel but experiencing writer's block, writing in 4 differently colored notebooks? It is Doris Lessing, The Golden Notebook. Doris Lessing, The Golden Notebook. We said that already. Written during the sexual revolution of 1960. Remember? Good. Then, which woman writer wrote about feminist characters? That is called inner fiction. She also wrote outer space fiction. Do you know? Tell. It is the last writer I talked about. Doris Lessing. Just now I said, na, Doris Lessing. Doris Lessing, okay? Outer space fiction. Also she wrote. Okay? Then which British writer wrote The Golden House, Victory City? You will kick yourself when I say the answer. Which British writer? Be ready to kick yourself. Get ready. Golden House. Salman Rushdie. Googling. Salman Rushdie. Golden House, Victory City, 2 years, 8 months, 28 nights. Salman Rushdie is British, isn't it? Which British writer wrote The Famished Road? Ben Okri. He is Nigerian British. Ben Okri. How innocent you are. Only at 5 o'clock you finally realize that you can Google. Such innocent cutie pies. Okay. Which British writer wrote a poetic play about an Israeli leader imprisoned and blinded by his enemies? Correct. I thought you will not guess. Samson Agonistus. I thought you will think it is some contemporary writer. I was trying to trick you. I was asking in such a way that you cannot Google. So how many of you will pass this time by putting in your best efforts and with God's grace? Show your hands confidently. We'll try our best. Very good. With JRF, yes. Excellent. I like your confidence. So, listen. With mic on the lap like a baby. And a stick to beat the baby. Are you happy? I'm happy. I will ask my team how we can do it and let you know tomorrow itself. Is it 5 o'clock? I want to stop because I'm feeling tired, pain. With my baby on my lap. But you won't be there.
કોઈને સાઇન બાકી છે કરવાની અટેન્ડન્સ શીટમાં?
क्या बोल रहे हो?
There is an attendance sheet, so everyone has to sign there. Is there anyone for that? Thruvita Dhamelia, is she here? Okay. So after this amazing and thought-provoking session by our esteemed speaker, Dr. Kalyani Vallath, it was such a wonderful session to hear ma'am. I think it's a one-time experience in a life, and tomorrow we have again a full day session or 2 sessions by her. So now I would like to conclude this session and we will meet tomorrow at 10 a.m. again to listen Kalyani ma'am for full day with this same enthusiasm and same passion. Thank you so much. Now we are concluding this session. Thank you.